Kirk Cousins, the Cousins orchestrated financial field with the Falcons down by 6 points after an Eagles field goal and only a minute and 39 seconds left on the clock. Cousins led his team down the field, finishing in a 7-yard touchdown pass to Drake London. That score gave the Falcons their first win of the season. The Eagles had a chance to close out the game on their final drive, but had to settle for a field goal, extending their lead to just 6 points and leaving the door open for Atlanta's late game heroics. Saquon Barkley dropped a key pass to give the Falcons an opportunity to win the game. The Falcons were completely out of timeouts, and the Eagles were about, I think, their 10, 12-yard line, making harder catches last week, and has made some pretty tough catches in his career. I don't know, to me this seems like an easy catch. He was wide open, but him dropping that pass gave the Falcons an opportunity to win the game. Cousins, in his first win as the Falcons after signing with the team in the offseason, finished 20 of 29 for 241 yards and 2 touchdowns. Bijan Robinson chipped in with 97 rushing yards on 14 carries, and Darnell Mooney contributed with 88 receiving yards and a touchdown on 3 catches, sealing a memorable victory for Atlanta. Kirk Cousins delivered when it mattered most on Monday night, providing the Atlanta Falcons with a much-needed victory over the Philadelphia Eagles. The Falcons had only 2 touchdowns, a 70-yard drive in just 65 seconds. He completed 5 of 6 passes, capping it off with a 7-yard touchdown to Drake London with 34 seconds remaining. Despite a 15-yard unsportsmanlike late game heroics, up until that point, the Falcons were likely concerned about their $180 million quarterback's performance and where the season was headed. Cousins had faced criticism throughout his career for struggling in clutch moments, but this game-changing drive could shift the narrative and potentially alter Atlanta's early season trajectory. Neither team played particularly well in the first half, with the Eagles missing on a 4th down attempt in the red zone and Cousins struggling to gain momentum for the Falcons offense. After managing only 75 passing yards in the first half, the Falcons finally broke through in the second half when Cousins connected with Darnell Mooney for a 42-yard touchdown. The Eagles responded with a long touchdown drive of their own, giving them an 18-15 lead, but the game remained close. This performance by Kirk Cousins is exactly what the Falcons paid top dollar for, and Cousins delivered in a high-pressure moment, potentially setting the tone for the rest of the season. This game seemed all but over when C.J. Gardner-Johnson stopped Bijan Robinson on a crucial 4th and 1, turning the ball over for the Eagles after they had just used their signature tush push to help Jalen Hurts into the end zone. That touchdown, followed by a successful 2-point conversion by Saquon Barkley, gave Philadelphia a 3-point lead. However, the classic saying "it isn't over until it's over" proved true once again, thanks to some clutch passing from Kirk Cousins. Cousins had struggled earlier in the game, leaving some to wonder if his recently repaired Achilles was bothering him as he consistently underthrew passes. But in the third quarter, when he connected with Darnell Mooney on a deep 31 touchdown pass, a lot of people in that moment started to realize 2 things: that Kirk Cousins is potentially coming back, and that Darnell Mooney is going to be a big problem in this offense. You could also see during the fourth quarter, I believe it was, Kirk Cousins talking to Darnell Mooney on the sideline. I think Darnell Mooney is going to step up a ton for the Falcons this season. His connection with Kirk Cousins was shown in that game. He made very big plays and some of the biggest catches of the game. When he scored that touchdown as well, too, he made that route look so nice, and he scored wide open into the end zone, pushing the defender off of him. Darnell Mooney led the Falcons with 88 receiving yards on just 3 catches, and he easily made some of the biggest plays of the night for the offense. On the Eagles side, Devontae Smith stepped up in the absence of A.J. Brown, who was out with a hamstring injury. Smith scored the game's first touchdown, a 7-yard strike from Hurts. Bijan Robinson was a significant contributor for Atlanta on the ground, leading all rushers with 97 yards on 14 carries. Barkley trailed just behind with 95 yards on 22 carries, while Hurts added 85 yards on 13 runs. For nearly 8 quarters, the Falcons' offense seemed to be searching for answers. Despite the offseason hype around Kirk Cousins' arrival, the team struggled offensively for a second consecutive week, an area expected to be a strength with Cousins at the helm. Coming off a lost 2023 season due to a torn Achilles, Cousins hadn't yet returned to his pre-injury form, and Atlanta's powerful rushing game wasn't enough to fix their issues converting on 3rd downs or in the red zone. That changed the game in the final moment. Cousins led a 70-yard drive, capping it off with the touchdown to Drake London with only 34 seconds remaining. While this was crucial, Saints and Tampa Bay Buccaneers, to keep on pace, Cousins and the Falcons need to turn this last-minute drive into a consistent performance. Bijan Robinson remained a focal point of the offense with 100 or more yards from scrimmage in each of his first 2 games. Robinson became the first Falcons running back to do so since Michael Turner in 2011. Cousins, who leads the NFL with 15 touchdown passes against the blitz over the past 5, he showed glimpses of his potential. If he returns to top form, the Falcons' offense could finally reach the level expected of them. However, the defense struggled to contain Jalen Hurts, who made big plays with his feet, converting crucial fourth downs and scoring on the ground. Jalen Hurts broke away with a lot of rushes during this game, and the Falcons' defense is going to need to be able to contain that. The victory marked head coach Raheem Morris's first since taking the charge of the Falcons on January 25th. One of the pivotal moments came when he made a bold decision to keep the offense on the field on a crucial 4th and 4 from their own side of the field. With the comeback complete, Kirk Cousins shed his long-standing reputation as a primetime choker, a label that had followed him during his time in Minnesota. Cousins has now won consecutive Monday Night Football games as an underdog, including last season's Week 7 upset of the 49ers. His 9-game winning drive since 2022 tie him with Geno Smith for the most in the league, including an NFL record 8 in 2022. Cousins has also turned around his primetime fortunes, going 4-1 in his last 5 Monday Night Football games after beginning his career 0-9. Perhaps most importantly, he improved his record to 7-4 against winning teams since 2022, an improvement from his previous 17-33-1 record. His performance also solidified his standing in a locker room that includes 2024 8th overall pick Michael Penix Jr. A lot of people were quick to go ahead and say that Michael Penix Jr. should go ahead and step in already, but it's going to take some time before that even becomes a consideration. Cousins' heroics not only bolstered his personal reputation, but also significantly improved the Falcons' playoff chances. According to CBS Sports data, Atlanta's odds nearly doubled from 24% to 44% with their win, avoiding the dreaded 0-2 start, a record from which only 2 teams since 2020 have made the playoffs. The game wasn't over after their Cousins' touchdown, as Younghoe Koo was forced to kick a 48-yard extra point due to a penalty on Drake London for unsportsmanlike conduct. Koo drilled the kick. 2 plays later, safety Jesse Bates, who signed to a 4-year, $64 million deal in 2023, intercepted Jalen Hurts to seal the victory, proving he's worth every single penny. One of the key offensive plays for Atlanta on the final drive was Cousins' first pass, an 11-yard strike to tight end Kyle Pitts. That kick started a quick 63-yard drive that took just 51 seconds. The drive featured back-to-back deep passes to Darnell Mooney for 33 yards and 2 completions to London, getting the Falcons to the Eagles' 7-yard line before Cousins found London for the game-winning touchdown. This game was a major statement for the Atlanta Falcons, who seemed to really struggle offensively last. They had an okay performance in the first half, but completely turned it around in the second. This offense, led by Kirk Cousins, has a ton of potential, and hopefully Cousins can continue to play at a high level and build rapport with a lot of these guys. If you made it this far and you haven't already, make sure you go down below and you subscribe and you turn the notification bell on so you never miss a Falcons video or any video at all. Comment down below what you thought about this game and what you're looking forward to for the next game against the Chiefs. Leave a like as well. I greatly do appreciate it, and I'll see y'all in the next one.